friends, welcome back to episode 20 of the Mile High Club. And do you know what I want to talk about today? I mean, first off, let's just cover this.
We look like gnomes. I don't know whether we're turning out or we're like garden gnomes.
We've back-to-backed 4 episodes
We're
today.
slowly stinking and
Each episode that we film, we've just started
tomorrow
to think.
we'll be in our pajamas. Tempting.
Maybe we will turn up in pajamas.
I'm just getting less and less fancy as the episodes go on.
I remember when we first started filming, we were on a private jet
with
full glam.
Now I can't even put like I think these socks. I think I wore
Rachel's
them,
got odd socks on.
I think
today.
I might have worn them yesterday.
That's fine.
Okay, I didn't wear them yesterday.
Would you have known by the scent if you wore them yesterday?
Not smelly.
When we started, we were so glam on a private jet with full hair and makeup, and then Rach texted me this morning like, "What are we wearing?" I was like, "Sport mode. Just come in sport mode."
Promise you are.
And now I'm sat here like a garden gnome.
Zenning out.
Anyway, I want to talk about today.
What do you want to talk about, Baba?
I want to talk about you're staying at my house tonight.
I've never been to your house
never
before.
been to my
How have I
house?
never been to your house? And you know what? Every time I'm in Manchester, I drive around all the big buildings going, I wonder if she lives there.
You're going to see it today.
I'm so excited.
And do you know when I was sorting your bedroom out before?
Have I got my own bedroom?
Your own bedroom. You can
Oh, I
stay with
thought
me,
we
though,
were
if
just
you
going to
want.
naked spoon.
We can.
Oh,
But you can have your own bedroom as well.
Well, so fancy.
So your own bedroom.
Is it your wardrobe?
Yeah.
I sleep in your wardrobe.
So yeah, you're sleeping in my wardrobe. I went in my wardrobe,
Perfect.
my extension of my wardrobe today, and I thought it's clean, obviously, but I looked in it as I opened the door, and it has become an extension of my wardrobe. There were 8 suitcases lined up against the back wall, and on top of it is just full of bags of clothes that I've bought and need to take to the tailors, because everything I buy doesn't fit my waist or the length of my body, and so therefore I buy these. Do you have to do this?
I just don't know. I'm not as skinny as you.
But you're as short as I am, and you're definitely the same
I'm
circumference.
Right, this is really weird, by the way, because we actually are
The same. Yeah.
the same, like a blonde,
Measurements.
but like
Yeah.
the same height, the same shoe size, the same boob size,
Yep.
the same dress size,
Yeah.
the same.
Yep.
Same. So yeah,
Do you have to take everything to the tailors?
yeah. Like I'm like a short ass. I'm like a gnome.
Yeah.
I'm like a fairy. I'm not gonna say gnome. I'm gonna say I'm like a little fairy.
Yeah.
Tinkerbell.
I'm like a gnome.
Little Tinkerbell.
I'll go with gnome. I don't care about gnome. I'm fine with gnome.
Okay.
Or a wizard, maybe.
A wizard.
Yeah, like a little wizard.
Fucking witch.
Which is more accurate. Especially, we've got the same fucking cackle.
I do cackle like a witch.
You do
Whenever
cackle like a witch. So I was thinking about putting you in your bedroom.
No, I'm not going to think about my love.
Oh no, I just let it all out. I don't give a shit. The more offensive, the better with my laugh.
I like it when you snore. You turn into like Peppa Pig. Peppa Pig.
When I've started though, I can't physically stop.
No.
And I was thinking about putting you in your bedroom, and I thought Rachel's gonna be like, "What the fuck are all these suitcases for?" And so then I was thinking. One of them I haven't fully unpacked from Turkey.
Shut up, it's
Is
still got
that-
stuff in there. Musty.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
it musty?
No, it's stuff that I had washed before I came
Oh,
back.
because you do what I do.
Yeah, I
Wash
do
it
it
all.
back. Yeah.
Put it in
Yeah.
and do it.
Yeah.
Apart from you.
So I've
don't
taken
undo it.
out. So what I've taken out, actually, there's methods in my madness here,
Okay,
and I'm going to
go
come
with-
on to this
talk
in a
me through
minute.
it. Talk
So
me
I've
through it.
emptied the things that needed washing and or dry cleaning, and then in the other side was the stuff that I've had washed and or hadn't worn.
Yeah.
So now the things that I didn't get around to wearing, I'm
Yeah.
going to Dubai next week. By the time you listen to this, I will have been.
She'll be there.
Then I've already kind of half packed my suitcase here. So there was method to my madness, because there were outfits that I took that I didn't wear in Turkey and things that I've had washed that I'm going to take and rewear again.
But do you not have to unpack and repack because it's a
Well,
different
it's like-
location?
it's like
how do you
half-packed.
know that the stuff that you had in
Because-
Turkey is the stuff that you're going to want in Dubai?
Because I was in Bodrum and it's like the same kind of
Okay.
vibes. So
do you remember what's in there?
yeah, well, I was going to come on to this.
Oh,
So unfortunately, my nervous system doesn't know the difference between packing and being held at gunpoint.
hate it. This is why you didn't make the flight, because you were just. It wasn't that you didn't want to go on it, because you didn't want to pack,
I couldn't,
right?
No, I could. Yeah, no, I couldn't do it, mate. I couldn't do it, and I had like a full-on seizure. The awards trying to get into my suitcase were a big thing, and also I couldn't close the suitcases, and I'd got to the point where I felt like I was in a bank robbery with a gun pointed at my head, and I just said, fuck that, I'm not doing it, I'll do it tomorrow. I'd like literally reached boiling point. So when I'm packing, I've got a question. I have to create a list in my notes section of day outfits with full accessories, shoes and bags.
Evening outfits and beach outfits.
Evening, yes. Okay.
3 outfits a day.
Yes.
Yeah.
With a tick list.
And breakfast sometimes if you've got kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm probably just going to wear the
swap.
beach outfit. Oh, really?
Yeah.
So I shown somebody this the other day.
Yeah.
It was Vicky, actually.
Yeah.
And she was like, have you packed? And I screenshot my list with a tick next to each.
Yeah.
And then sent a picture of my suitcase. And she's like, for somebody that is fucking wildly unorganized, that is OCD level that you've just completed.
No, because your brain can't communicate. Yeah, but your brain wouldn't.
I couldn't do it without. Yeah. Okay.
So our brains, by the way, you might have noticed this by now. Me and Leah have the same brain. One's the left side, one's the right side. True story. You wouldn't do it if it wasn't written down.
No.
Because it
doesn't exist.
If it goes onto the list, it's important. It's a priority because we diarise everything in our heads. We diarise stuff. Hang with us. This is going to make sense. We put everything in the diary, and if we don't put it in the diary, it doesn't get done because it becomes part of your dates in our training. So if we diarise that, we have to diarise and write down what we're taking. Surely that's just normal.
Well, I thought so, but apparently for somebody that's as unorganised as I am, that was a weird thing to do. But you've just explained it perfectly why I do that. It's because if I didn't do that, I would do what I did in Orlando, which was I will just say,
you wouldn't go.
I genuinely,
go.
I would cancel the flight and say I'm not fucking coming because it stresses me out so bad that if I've not done it like drill sergeant major order, I will think I've not packed everything. I will stress out about what's in there. I would have just thrown it all in like some kind of mad dash for it. And so I've half packed for Dubai and I've got another list happening. So there's method to my madness. I'm glad that you do this.
I do the same. And both of us, just a minute ago, figured out that we didn't buy a ticket for our cars because same brain.
Yep.
Because we could only buy a 2-hour ticket. We're here for 4 hours. We would have got a ticket anyway. So I just didn't buy the ticket because that stressed me out.
Yeah, because why am I going to give him £7 to have to pay £35 fine?
£35 anyway.
Yeah.
So I just didn't bother.
No, there's no point.
Because that's the way my brain. Because that would have. And also, I did try and buy one, but the machine wasn't very well. It wouldn't take my card. I think I'm overdrawn. It wouldn't take my
the person that earns. This is the other thing, right? So managing money.
We forget to manage our money. We're always, one thing with me and Leah is we are always overdrawn. If I ever owe you anything, I can never give you it straight away. I owed Leah the other day.
I don't keep money in current accounts.
£6,000 I had to pay Leah the other day. She went, can you pay it? This was a week and a half ago. Can you pay it? I went, yeah. And I thought, oh no, I can't because I've got no money. And I was like, no. She what do you mean? I went, well, you're going to have to wait 2 days because I actually haven't got any money in my account. She said, what do you mean you got no money? I was like, I bet you've got no money in your account. She went, no, not a penny.
I hadn't. Do you know what it is? We don't keep money in current accounts.
Don't keep money in our bank.
Money is paid into business accounts.
You've got to be careful because now people are going to say, oh, they're hiding their money. They're cleaning it. She's talking about dry cleaners and oh, she's got no money in her account. Where's the money? Somebody Googled the other day, where's her money? Where's her money? I don't know who it was. It was on a site somewhere.
Oh, really?
Yeah, trying to find my money.
So this is the thing.
You'll never find
when you run in a business.
Keep
when you run in a business, everything is not just sat in bank account. It's reinvested into stuff and it's paying out other things.
Our accountant hates us.
Oh, I had to
do. Did you have to?
Yeah, I've done it. I've got a meeting with him on Wednesday to run through everything, and I've got an accountancy system going.
I pretend he's dead.
Going on.
I pretend he died. Rest in peace. Amen.
No, I actually need to sit down with him and run through everything. But as you start to manage staff and things like events and have all of these multiple bank accounts, and you've got ADHD, which I'm going to come on to in a minute, I am terrible at paying for things that I need to pay for when I'm supposed to pay for them because I get no dopamine out of giving my money away.
We love to make it. We hate to spend it. ish.
Well, no,
Well,
I
that
love
wasn't you
to
last
spend
night. You like
it.
to spend it. I hate to give it away when I think that it's like, oh, I didn't get anything back for that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I'm giving you 6K.
But what for?
What have I got?
Yeah.
What have I physically got for that? Apart from Daniel G, which has been amazing.
Pretty cool.
He's not here right now, is he?
But because I can't see him right now.
See him here now. She's like, give me 6K. I'm just going to give, like, you pay your bit. Give me 6K. I'm like, what? For what? And she's like, for this and this and this. And he wants a down payment. And I'm like, what? But he's not even here yet.
It goes back to the dopamine thing and the ADHD
I get
thing.
nothing from it.
No, it gives us no joy in the current moment. And so therefore our brain doesn't associate it with dopamine. So let's move on to ADHD because
We both have it. Raving.
really, really, really bad. And mine's been terrible. I think it's always been bad, but it's been really bad lately. And I think it's because I'm juggling so many plates with all of these events, all of this travel, all of the boot camp, all of the, and then, everything else that my day-to-day life suffers like immensely with this. So I put a TV program on the other day to unwind after I'd done what I was doing. And I was watching it for 30 minutes and I had to rewind it 8 times to get the point of what somebody had just, I could not work it out. I was watching it, I wasn't on my phone, and there was just absolutely nothing going into the brain cells. And it got to the point where I turned it off because I was like, I've not got a fucking clue what's going on there. And I've noticed more and more things. For example, I will turn the tap on and then go and start doing something else completely different and leave it running, or I'll open the dishwasher door and then start doing the washing and then bruise my legs on the dishwasher door. So my day-to-day life management skills are absolutely shambolic, including things like paying bills. When my business is as busy as it is, everything else suffers for me, except for my routine that I've got myself into. So we were joking about hot girl matcha, hot girl run.
But you will get out because it's part of your habit.
I will do that.
It's habitual.
It's become like part of my business. But all of these other things that we need to do, the running of houses, and listen, the kids drop-offs and stuff like that, they've become part of business structure for you, haven't they?
They're part of they're diarised. They're diarised. Anything that is not in the diary isn't done.
Yeah.
Anything that comes extra, and this is, I'm actually going to be training for you guys that came to, well, you'll have already come to the November event by the time this comes out, but you'll have heard my training on balance and how we have to choose to.
No, they won't have been yet.
Well, won't this have gone out yet?
No.
Oh, well, if you are going to be there on November the 8th, then I'm talking about balance and actually how we have to choose to be unbalanced. It's not, you can't have balance. You can't have it all. And I think one thing, especially with our ADHD brains, is they will never be balanced. But as long as they're diarised and they become part of a system and consistency, we do it. Anything else is extra. Like me and Shaq had a joke the other day. He was like, why haven't you done... I had a cup of tea on the side. This is gross. I had a cup of tea on the side of my bed. It took me 3 days to take it downstairs. And he wasn't... It was like a standoff. It was like the cup of tea standoff. He just it was killing him because my husband is actually... This is a crazy mix. I'm ADHD and he's OCD. Like,
how does this work?
It is wild.
So
it's
I actually have OCD.
It killed him.
But not I'm not diagnosed with it, but I mean I don't know if I have or haven't technically, but some things for me, if they are out of place, will stress me out. Like my house looks a certain way, and I mean, like if a remote is not where it should be, if a plant pot has moved to the left or the right, like it throws everything out of sync for me. But I also have the ADHD thing where I could do the exact same thing. How does that work as a couple? Because I'm just arguing with myself.
Yeah, it's hard. Like he was in such a standoff with his cup of tea. Like it was killing. I could see it, and the more he didn't touch it, the more I didn't touch it. It was literally the cup of tea standoff week but this is how it
started to grow legs by day 3 and took itself downstairs.
I literally was taking itself downstairs. I'm literally on Zoom calls. I've got pieces of paper here and I've got to do that. And I know I'm organised chaos.
Yeah.
And he's completely the opposite. And we have to have... like we have separate bathrooms, we have separate wardrobes. Everything is like separate, not for the fact that I don't want him to see me poo. It's actually the fact
that helps.
That also
I'm
helps,
sure, for
by
the
way, having 2 separate bathrooms if you're in relationships. That's a
life hack.
Like a life hack. use different bathrooms. But it literally is. His is like absolutely colour coordinated, not anything out of place. And mine is absolute chaos. And he actually has to shut the door on me because he's like, I can't deal with this chaos.
Well, that's what I've done in your bedroom, babe. I don't need to walk past the 7 suitcases.
You've just thrown them in. Shut the door. It doesn't exist.
I don't see that. My
Exist.
room looks perfect. Nothing is out of place. But that has become.
Don't open a cupboard. Poof.
Oh no, the cupboards are all perfect.
I hide things in cupboards.
Just the wardrobes. But so this goes back to another thing. Why are there 7 suitcases?
Why are there 7 suitcases when there's only one of you? And I've never seen you without 3. I've seen you with up to 3 suitcases.
I've had 3 and they all match.
Yeah, you have your silver ones that all match. Why have you got 7?
Because I had 3 other ones before that matched, and then the wheels broke or the clasps, and I've just not thrown them away because it gives me no dopamine. So now they're lined up in like a suitcase standoff.
You sound like a drug addict.
Why?
Because I just don't get a hit. It just doesn't give me a hit.
So they're lined up. I've got a
the next
suitcase
hit.
standoff happening in
like
your
addiction.
bedroom.
It's like an addiction. I can't get rid of it. It won't give me a hit. I'll only
need
do
to do
things
it.
that make me high.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
That is our life, though. That is ADHD life. Now, at school, would anybody have ever said you were ADHD?
I think looking back now, and so we've kind of spoke about this before we came on, I thought ADHD was the kid that was like flipping a table or like calling the teacher a bitch because he was disruptive.
It was always a boy.
It was only ever a boy.
Only ever a boy.
It was only ever a boy.
No girls had it. No girls were classed as, and it wasn't even called ADHD. It was just bad.
It was called attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, which in a boy will present differently to the way that it does in a woman. So the term disruptive was used in that because they tended to be disruptive.
Which is your whole identity.
It's my whole identity.
Your whole freaking identity.
It's my whole identity.
You're a disruptor. It's your brand.
It's my brand, and it's my brand because it's personal to me. So in school, was I flipping tables? No. But I was flipping narratives, even at school. So I used to question everything. I would push back on things that didn't make sense. If it wasn't normal to me in my brain, I would challenge it over and over and over again. And so I was a problem for teachers, and I was a problem for people because my brain didn't work the same as everybody else's. And so I was disruptive in other ways, not physically, but mentally. I was challenging the narratives that didn't sit right within my brain patterns. And so now looking back, I think it was super obvious. But there was no diagnosis the way that there is now. And it wasn't even looked at in women the way it is now. So women and men present completely differently. Now, one thing I got great at was masking. I masked, and I talked about this to somebody the other day. I got so good at pretending that I was like everybody else so that I could get a job and I could get a degree and I could go to uni that I looked from the outside like I was operating internally the same way everybody else was. But the reality was, throughout my degree, I would do my coursework or hand in. For all of my big grades, I would do an all-nighter the night before. All night, because I couldn't do it before that. I'd had months and years and all of the time in the world to do it, and I
better under pressure.
I physically couldn't do it, and I was like, I used to sit and say like, why am I fucking like this? Because I would piss myself off, like knowing that I'd had all of that time to do it and just chosen for some unknown reason to even me to not do it. That I didn't know that was the reason. And later in my life, when I realised, I now understand myself so much better.
Because we are lastminute.com with everything. Like, for any of you that know me and it, which is why on the last podcast we spoke about, when we spoke about GoPro, I'm shocked that you've already done your training, because that's very unusual and out of character.
I'll tell you why.
for you.
I'll tell you why. My brain associates that with fun and dopamine and something that I want to do.
Okay,
and so because I asked myself this question, because
that's super organized.
I'd done this before I was announced. Like I was ready, and that's because like I'm channeling the hit.
Yeah,
and I was channeling the announcement of it, and I was channeling the feeling of it, and I was subconsciously and unconsciously manifesting exactly what happened. And when I don't have that dopamine hit, things like packing or bill paying,
we are the same.
We are exactly
we're the same. Like, we don't turn up here and know what we're talking about.
No,
we literally do a podcast and then we're like, right, what should we do next?
Yeah,
that's the way that we work. We usually do trainings the night before we go on stage. Like, I'll be on we went to Atlanta and I was on the plane doing my training.
Yeah,
like
I was asleep
10 hours,
by the way.
10 hours before she wasn't even thinking about it. I was like 10 hours before. I was like, right, I'll just do my training now. I'll just make sure that it's all right. We're very similar in the way that we don't work like, I don't want to do it now. If it's not, and that's my whole life. The cup of tea didn't need to move. I had no want to move it until I absolutely had to do it
until it was last minute.
Yeah.
So I got a message the other day from somebody in my team saying like somebody in their downline has got like ADHD. Like, what are my tips?
Superpower. It's
for them.
Freaking.
And I get a lot of messages, and I've had a lot of people come over to me at events because I speak quite openly about like how it has affected me, but how I've turned it into something. And I think that's where a lot of people have struggled with it. So tips for somebody that has it, mine first one is, you've covered it quite a lot, but is make sure that it's in my diary and it's completely non-negotiable. If it isn't there, it just does not exist to me. And if it's there, it becomes a pressurized event that I have to do, which is, for example, the getting up and going for a run. It's in my diary. Going to that appointment, it's in my diary. Like, I know that I absolutely need to do it because the diary says so. So diary is king for me. And if it isn't in there, I won't do it. And this goes down to structuring your business like this as well. I had to, in the very early days, set alarms that would start at, let's say, 5 a.m. and finish at 6. And in my diary, it would say, do your DMO. And in that time, I would send out the messages that I needed to do.
But I'm the same with like not doing stuff. If I've not done it by 12 o'clock, I won't do it. So like for me, going to the gym, doing my work, doing my DMOs, doing my IPAs, if I don't get it done, my brain switches off. I'm done. 12 o'clock. And a lot of people say that to me, like, oh, but what, do you do it? I'll do it at the end of the day. You won't do it at the end of the day.
No.
You won't do it at the end of the day. There's a thing called the miracle morning, and I swear that it was devised for people with ADHD just to get up and get it done. And for me, I was always very hyperfixated on things.
I was just about to go on to...
When I was at school, I was never I was the good girl. I was the one that got the grades, but I was also the one that only studied the night before. And my mum used to go, well, she doesn't have to work for it. Oh, you're lucky. You don't have to work for it. Well, I did work for it. I crammed everything the night before. I worked for it. I wouldn't have gotten
I did more in 12 hours with no sleep than most people have done in 12
I didn't
weeks.
sleep for the 24 hours before because I had to get it done, but I had to get it done last minute. Everything that I did throughout school, I was hyperfixated. I knew from the age of like 6 what I wanted to be and where I wanted to go. And you couldn't take me off any other direction. A bit like my little girl, Tandy, I've noticed is very, very much showing. And the more I see her and the more she does, I'm like, she's definitely different in a freaking amazing way. But that girl is focused and she doesn't give up and she doesn't make excuses, and she's 10, whereas my older one, Jazzy, is just whatever. She'll just do it. And the difference is, like, I would get hyperfixated on stuff, and you have your moments. I'm kind of more just, this is me, I'm going for it. You kind of go in and out of hyper. You have other things that come on top, don't you?
Yeah.
What's your current hyper fix, as we'll say, about matcha and walks? Matcha and walks, never seen without a freaking matcha in her hand.
So I go through stages. I do this with food as well.
Where you just have one food and that's it.
Yeah, so like last year, it was this year. Was it last year? It was last year. I ate steak, avocado, and cream cheese every day for about 7 months, and that was
Stop.
No, I promise. And that was
just that.
That was the only.
That's why you're so goddamn did it.
That was the only thing that I wanted to eat, could bear to eat, and if I couldn't have that, like, I would literally not want any other food. And at the minute it's chicken, cucumber and feta salad. And I've ate that continually.
Sounds delicious.
It's amazing.
I would go with you on that one.
It's amazing. I'm going to make it for you.
I would go with you on that one. I'd be happy
Amazing.
for chicken and salad.
Yeah.
Although I'd swap for mozzarella.
Oh, you're missing out with the feta. It's salty.
I'm not.
So I do it with food, mate. And then the thing that I do with this is like, so that it will get to a point where one day I'll put that on my plate and I will go, that is fucking disgusting. Get
Never
it away
eat
from
again.
me. And I'll go off it for a long time. I've gone off steak.
Have you?
Yeah. I eat it now and I'm like, what was I thinking?
You've overdone it.
I did it for about 7 months, yeah. And so I do this in business as well. The one thing that I've always been able to do, though, is hyperfixate on what I do for a living, network marketing, on the industry.
Because it's a buzz and it's a buzz and
It's
it's a
a
hit.
buzz,
It's a hit.
yeah.
And for us, and the reason that we do that is because in the smaller things, and you get the buzz and then it's gone. With this, there's always a fix. There's always a hit.
Yeah.
And I think that's why people get addicted.
Progression.
It's the growth. It's
This
the
is
progression.
why.
It's the seeing. I'm at the moment hyperfixated. So my team have
Seeing
had
other people win.
a lot. We've had about 6 rank ups this week. I say about. We've had 6 rank ups. Big rank ups, like 2-3 star rank ups.
Yeah.
I am now hyperfixated on the next 2 and 3 star
Yeah.
coming through, and it's the hit and the hit and the hit and the hit, and I can't stop because the next one's coming, and it's like it's an addiction. When
Yeah,
people
it
say,
is.
"Are you addicted to your business?"
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. I'm addicted to it. Will you ever be able to stop? Never.
No.
Never.
I'll slow down and I will enjoy my
Won't.
life.
You won't slow down.
I'll enjoy my life. I found balance in the last year.
We've got balance.
I found
feel
balance.
like we've got balance.
I found balance.
Yeah.
And that to me is my definition of slowing down, which means I can still operate at the fucking highest level possible and move at speeds that most can't, but I've got balance. Where I have slowed down, where I can travel, where I am looking after my body as well as not just my bank account, and having that thing that I was lacking for so long. And I think the other thing with having this is if I'm not progressing, I feel stuck and trapped. And so why I've always been able to hyperfixate on business is because it's always producing a result for me. So somebody asked the other day, like, what would my advice be to somebody? And the first thing was the diary.
Diarising it,
But the
yeah.
second thing is chase progress, not perfection.
Oh, I love
Please
that.
just chase
Chase
getting a
progress,
little
not
bit better, because nothing I do is perfect. Most of the time it's far from perfect, but I did it and most people didn't, and that was the point. The evolution event, the money loss, we did it. Most people wouldn't dream
wouldn't
of,
have taken
and then
the
we
risk.
did it again and again, and each time everything just gets a little bit more.
Do you think because we have ADHD, we genuinely take more risks? Do you think ADHDers are risk takers? Do you think it's... how do I put it? Because when I look at a lot of really successful network marketers, we all have the same traits.
Yeah.
Do you think it's a trait that successful network marketers have?
I think...
I
Yeah,
think it's an advantage. Maybe that's what I'm saying.
It can
Do
be.
you think
It can
in
be an
some
advantage.
people, having ADHD can be an advantage in business?
Yeah, I think a lot of
Yeah.
entrepreneurs have it, and so when you learn how
You have to look at Elon Musk. Have you seen him?
Richard Branson as well, I think he's spoken openly about it. And do you know why this is?
Like, you can see their brains working
they call-
differently through their eyes. I'm like, you look at their eyes and you're like, your brain is going literally off on one. It's like you're not here, but you're here.
Yeah, so they call us neurodivergent and everybody else neurotypical, which means the typical brain works differently to the way my brain operates. And so, like, I never felt like I fit in at school, at work, at uni. Like, I was masking. I was trying to pretend to fit in. I was not paying any attention to what everybody else was and thinking about something completely different at all times. And I used to have to really, like, try and focus to get anything done, and it was a struggle. But when I focused to get something something done, I did it better than everybody else and quicker. And so it's a superpower and it's an advantage when you can learn how to harness it and use it. And that is done with practice and repetition and finding something that does give you dopamine, that does give progress over perfection, that does feel like something that you're passionate about. And that's what I've done with network marketing, and that's what a lot of entrepreneurs have done with their businesses, which I think is why you'll find that a lot of people don't have a neurotypical brain.
I think you have to be a little bit different because it's the 1%. It goes back to that. To be successful, you have to do what 95% of people won't.
Yeah.
And that's what the be all and end all is. Why are you, somebody said to me the other day, why are you so successful? And the answer was because I'm willing to do what 99% of people aren't.
And I want to just on that, this is something that I was thinking about the other day, is my problem solving skills are absolutely second to none. When something bad happens with me, and I've always been like this, I don't see a problem ever. I only see solutions and ways out of things immediately. So we were in a chat and something had happened. This was quite a while ago, and it was a problem, and everybody started to talk about the problem after somebody had posted this problem into the chat, and all I could see when I was reading it was how to fix it. So everybody was complaining about the thing, and in my brain, I'd solved it already. Yeah. And I thought about this, is that something that, well, it's not, it is something that has 1,000,000% helped me to get to where I get to, because I'm not looking for problems. I'm only looking for solutions at all times. Now, most brains will fixate on the problem. The thing's gone wrong. It's terrible. Oh my God, what are we going to do about that? Then they'll get somebody else to come in and validate how everything's so fucked up. Oh my God, it's such a mess. But whereas my brain will go, I can think of 7 different things I can try. Before I'll even get to complaining about this, I'm going to try all of them.
But this is what I had the argument with Jasmine's head teacher about today. I'm like, why are you on the phone to me if you don't have a solution? I was like, you're wasting my time. Go away and come back to me when you have a solution for this problem, and then we will speak.
Yeah,
because in my brain, I'm like, you've come to the table with nothing. You've come to the table with a problem, and I need a solution. So go away and think. Go away and think about that, as I would do.
Go away and think about what you've done.
Go away and think about what you've done. Honestly, I was like, but I was literally like, come back when you've got a solution for that. Because my brain doesn't work like, here's a problem. Exactly the same way as when we lost the money, when we got it back. How did we get it back? We just solved a problem.
Yeah.
How have we got so many people on our teams? We're just solving their problems.
Yeah.
And it's the one thing I say with network marketing. If you can become a really good problem solver, you can ace this business. But I take that away from network marketing. I take it into everything in life. Mm-hmm. If you can just solve a problem, you can be successful. That's what we do.
I want to add to that with, do you know why most people don't do that? Because they can't solve their own problem first. So they've got a problem and it's fictional more often than not, that is to do with them or their limitations or their beliefs, and they need to solve those first about their capabilities and what they can or can't do with the stories that they're telling themselves before they can go off and start to do it en masse for other people. So one of the things when I came into this was I didn't put any barriers in front of myself, and we spoke about this on a training call the other day, and I asked everybody to think about the one thing that at the minute, the one story or the one sentence that you keep telling yourself about why this won't work for you. Now, these can be things like, you know, people like me don't win here, or I'm too old, or I'm too young, or I've got no experience, or I've got no social media followers, I'm not good at conversations, or I'm not good at sales, any of these things. And what you've done with those stories that you keep telling yourself and continue to tell yourself is you're actually putting bricks in front of yourself and building a big, massive wall and creating a problem that if you don't solve, you're never going to be able to go past that. You're never going to be able to solve anybody else's problem. You're never going to be able to lead or make any money because you've boxed yourself in to a personal jail with the bullshit that you keep telling yourself.
And it is bullshit. And we need to get out there. It is bullshit. It's self-limiting beliefs. It's bullshit. Because everybody can succeed in this business.
Of course they can.
So what's today's lesson?
Today's lesson is write down and really think about this. Write down the thing that you keep telling yourself. What's the story that you keep telling yourself?
Can we call it a lie?
It's a
what's
lie.
What's the lie you keep, what's the lie you're telling yourself?
Yeah.
Because it's all bullshit.
It's a lie that your brain
exist.
is using to keep you safe from fear of rejection and fear of failure and fear of what other people think and fear of success and fear of being seen and fear of all the things. It's a lie that your brain is telling you to keep you trapped in the personal jail because everything else feels uncomfortable and good. It's supposed to. So write this thing down and then flip the switch on the lie and turn it into the truth. You can do this. You're not too old. You can learn sales at any point. You can get great at social media.
ADHD is a superpower.
And not a curse because look at us.
Look at us. I mean, just look at us.
Look at us. Sat here like
Look at
gnomes.
us.
So guys, be aware of the shit you keep telling yourself because it is you versus you.
It is.
And once you've solved the problem of you, then you get out to go and solve the problems of others. And that's where progression happens. And that's where the money happens. And that's where purpose happens. And we'll leave it there, guys.
See you next week.
Bye, friends.